All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first Tuesday of the month testimonial call. By far my favorite. Um, and I think it's a lot of people's favorites because we get to hear from you as leaders and distributors that actually get to give their experiences, whether it's their own or others, um, and what they have experienced with the product. And so today's host is someone that I've been tracking down for months. Um, I've met Aaron, who lives on the East Coast out there, back in 2017, 18, just when the company started. And it was in a very auspicious place, as Aaron will probably tell you. But nonetheless, we didn't even have products at that time, and especially the product that he loves the best. But his testimony um, since that time has been so moving. And I think Ryan Thompson said it best when he said, sometimes you don't remember exactly what the person said, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. And every time Aaron gives his testimonial, that statement is so true. And so Aaron is a vet who has served his country, who has served so many others since then, both in various different ways, and more so now with his experience with our products. And we are so grateful and happy to have Aaron Kozmits on our team. And so I turn the time over to our A6, Aaron Kozmits.
Hey everybody, I've been kind of working on this all day. I think I watched too many videos on how to give a good testimonial and what to concentrate on, so I kind of brain dumped. So you'll have to bear with me. And I don't have the lights figured out quite yet, so if I look pale or something, I'm okay. It's just the lights and the green. But the green is calming. Hey everybody, my name's Aaron Kozmits, and I'm going to tell you really honestly a miraculous um, a miraculous experience with our products. And first, Stu, I love you. I was trying to describe you to someone today, and I was like, I know no other more infectious person, which you really shouldn't say after COVID, but you are the best. And Jerry too, I love you, and I love everybody. So back to the story. So in 1998, I had been married to my Marine wife, like about a little over a year. She's the veteran, Stu, not me, but I have the nonprofit, and people just make that mistake all the time. And I wanted to clear that up. I was in a really bad car accident, and I woke up a month later after a coma with 25 plus broken bones. My neck, my spine, everything was shattered. All my left ribs broke and went into my organs, and my arm broke. It's titanium now. A lot of nerve damage. This arm was popped out of its socket. I know it's just a list of things, and I've said it so many times, but I was a mess. I woke up and had all these tubes in me and everything, and then the next 3 months were inpatient rehabilitation, learning how to walk and tie my shoes and kind of live in this new reality. This was 1997. A couple months, maybe 6 months after my accident, this new drug was coming on the market, and my doctor said it was going to be perfect for people like you and give you all-day pain relief, and it's not addictive, and it's going to be a miracle. So Oxycontin makes its debut, and because I had so many broken bones, I was on what was called an end-of-life narcotic schedule. So I had to get these special insurance prior authorizations, and these doctors to call. Everything was the next level in security, because they sent a 22-year-old kid home with grocery bags full of drugs. And it wasn't just opiates, it was Xanax and Valium, and everything in between. There was so much medication. And, you know, I thought I was doing the right thing, taking the medications and whatnot. So for 12 years, I was just in this daze. I was taking such huge amounts of opiates first thing in the morning and spiking my dopamine and just staying unbelievably high every single day. And it was my reality. And every morning I would wake up after about a decade of this. Every morning I'd wake up and I'd feel empty because the previous day I had spiked my dopamine just all day, all day, all day. And for anyone who doesn't know, I'm sure on this call everyone does know, we have these different neurotransmitters in ourselves, and serotonin is puppies and sunshine, and dopamine is winning the race, getting the girl, landing the account, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It's like the best a human being can feel. So the first thing I thought of every single morning was pills. It was a horrible way to live. So then that was my life for 12 years. I just kind of enclosed myself and became a hermit. I didn't leave the house. Something happened in the coma with chemistry, whatever happened. In a couple of years, all my teeth fell out. So just devastating, trying to get better while you're dealing with all this dental stuff. So in 2012, I was invited to a community center for someone to give a presentation. And that's when I learned about the first company that David Brown and Ryan were all part of. A lot of us were part of, LifeVantage. And I have a bottle right here, but it's not really a bottle, it's a squeeze thing. It's kind of, Christina Godoy has one, and she kind of world domination with hers. So I do the same. I realized I had to take like 4 of these a day, but I was starting to see real changes in me, just from a silly little supplement. And then fast forward a lot of stuff, but when I'm going to skip around, I'm going to skip to this part because it really is incredible. I was fortunate enough to be invited out to Utah for the first fly-in with Jerry and Paige the next day. Yeah, it was just amazing. And we're in this aquarium boardroom, and I'll never forget it because I have severe ADHD. So I'm going bananas, and there's sharks and there's people. It's the most amazing experience. And they're talking about Siloc and I can't even think of the words now, ambrosia, ashwagandha, blah, blah, blah. This anti-inflammatory, it's going to get down into your gut. It's not going to open until, and all this information, it's sinking in, but I'm not listening because this is a new thing, it's for inflammation. A half hour, exactly how long it takes for Optimen to work. I had to excuse myself from the boardroom, from the room, because, and I was taking opiates at that time, but I could still tell that it took that core osteo pain away, that arthritic, that scar tissue, whatever it did, it erased the pain from me. Whereas taking a Percocet, it gives you a feeling that covers the pain. Optimen took the pain from me. So I knew then that I'd be able to stop taking opiates. And I did. And I am 2 months shy from 3 years of no opiates or bad. Okay, my appendix burst and I had to have emergency surgery and I fell on concrete and I smashed all my teeth out. So there was like drugs in the hospital and they sent me home with some drugs, but I haven't taken opiates daily for pain, for chronic pain relief. And I don't have a problem. I just took them and it's fine. But I don't count that. I'm counting. I have 2 months shy. And the freedom, the freedom that provides me, because you're so emboldened, you're so what's the word? With opiates, you're tied to them. They take away your autonomy, because if you stop taking them, you're gonna get sicker and you're gonna feel the worst you can possibly feel. So whoever you are and however deep a person you are, you're just gonna hurt more. They hurt you at their core, because the opposite of an opiate is an empty dopamine receptor. And empty dopamine receptors is the worst feeling in the world. It's the opposite of that high. And that's why people steal for drugs and stuff. That's why. Where was I? Okay, so my stomach is a wreck. Not to be gross or nothing, but I would poop once a year. Once a year, I would poop once a month, and that was basically for a decade. I would poop once a week. Did I say a month? I didn't mean that. Sorry, I don't mean to be gross. I guess I'm nervous talking about that. Okay, I was just so constipated because opiates constipate you. When you stop taking opiates, you are going to go through a period of complete hell, because your stomach is moving from a diuretic state to a free flowing, and I use that adjective, I say that on purpose, a free flowing, good, normal, healthy, poop every day stomach. That is a very painful process. That is excruciating, and it can last a week. So I used a lot of Optimend and a lot of Link, and I was shocked at how fast I was able to get my stomach back into normal. So Link, I don't talk about Link enough, but man, holy cow. And then genomics has been all throughout. Genomics is just the continuation from Protandim to PB125 to genomics. So I think that's it. I thank you guys for listening. I thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And I will end with I don't think everybody understands the caliber of people that are in this company. Stu's wonderful, of course, but our CEO, COO, everyone at the offices are the most phenomenal people that I guess they keep believing in us. After maybe we stopped. So I'll end with that. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Wow, as always, so moving and so powerful. I think a lot of us can kind of understand what Aaron is saying, but to go through what he has gone through with all these other medication and things like that is something that it's not natural for the body. And for someone like Aaron to verify about the power of our products and what it does for the body compared to other things that he's been going through years, to me is a testament of the kinds of products we have here at Actives. And once again, David have said this so many times, that our products aren't just for this kind of person or for this type of person. It's for everyone. because we all have different things in our lives. We have different challenges in our lives, different lifestyle in our lives, young and old, Asian or white or black or Mexican, whatever it is. It's for everyone. This whole world needs our products, and we're so grateful that we have leaders like Aaron, who we appreciate from the very beginning, that we can build a solid foundation upon your backs and upon your leadership and upon your testimony. And so we so grateful for you, Aaron, and for the courage that you always have to share your testimonial, because I know it is personal on a lot of levels. And for you to open up and to share, we really appreciate it. So thank you so much for this. With that being said, I hope each and everyone you enjoyed today's call. Once again, whenever I hear Aaron's, I almost got to turn off my camera, because it's just too moving. It is just too moving, because, like I said, we know it comes from his heart, and you can feel how much gratitude he has in his voice for overcoming a lot of things that he had to go through since his accident up until now. And so thank you, Aaron. We appreciate you. We love you. And we look forward to seeing you sometime very, very soon. Stop this recording.